My saber form. This is Comfy Sauce, and this is my Ultrasabers Scorpion in Dark Violet Amethyst. To start, I'll just do some specifications just so you guys know what it is you're buying. The saber sits at about 19.5 inches from the tip of the claw to the end of the pommel. Weighs at about probably 2.5 to 3 pounds. It's not light. It doesn't really bother me much, but I'm like a Shicho guy, so it doesn't bother me. But if you're gonna get this thing for spinning or any one-handed stuff, you're barking up the wrong tree. It's not gonna work. As you see, you've got a really nice flanged emitter, windows in it. I love the windows in the I don't even know what to call it. I guess it'd be the upper top of the main body. The saber itself is actually very, very, very comfortable. I was really surprised. I thought the choke points might be a little wide, but they're absolutely perfect. It fits in the hand really, really well. The pommel is, everybody knows it, it's the Guardian pommel, just with the little points on the cubes instead of the just the regular flat edge, and it looks wicked. I know other reviewers have said they've kind of caught their hands on it and had some issues. It hasn't bothered me at all. So, and again, I have spun this thing, so it hasn't caught or anything like that. The claw looks phenomenal. It's really, really sharp. Looks wise. The dimples on it look really, really good. They're all machined really well. They've all like they're all evenly spaced. They look awesome. Like the machining on this thing is very, very well done, especially considering the price you're paying for some of these sabers. Like, I mean, they're not expensive at all, and they're really, really well done. I mean, there are a couple of spots, especially in the anodizing, where I guess it didn't properly take. But they're very small, and they're not something that's like a deal breaker with it. Like they're very, I don't know how to put it. They're character flaws. That's really all it is. Like they add a little bit of individuality and make the saber a bit more unique. So I got just a regular 36-inch heavy grade blade. I didn't really like the Ultra Edge at first. It looks really, really good on camera, I find, but in person it didn't. It kind of gave a glow stick effect, so I went with the regular heavy grade because I'm going to be doing a lot of dueling and choreo with this. So I think I made the right choice. I mean, you guys tell me. The Dark Violet Amethyst looks really, really sharp. It's very purple, kind of tapers off more towards the standard Violet Amethyst at the end. But as a general rule, like all the way up the blade, it looks really, really good. It comes through with the windows really, really well. I got the lid AV switch, the red one, which you guys can see. I've already put the Star Killer sound font on it, one of the ones that's available for free off of ultrasabers.com, just for something different. And to anybody who's wondering, the Obsidian launcher is super, super easy to use. I didn't do any research. I didn't Google it. I didn't watch YouTube videos. I know they've got a few videos out there on how to use it. I didn't, and I still figured it out. It's not a daunting task by any means. It's pretty simple. Saber comes standard with the CoverTech wheel. I ordered a clip with it so I can hook it on my belt and never want it there because I always want the blade in. I did get a blade plug, but it's way cooler with the blade in it. The blade plug, you know, I mean, it's nice not blind anybody, but I'm a 25-year-old man. Most of my friends are old enough to not stare down, you know, the saber. I'm sure I'll have one or two that do it, but if they're dumb enough to do it, then well, they probably don't deserve to see. So the pommel is removable, and it's removable in two places, as I'm sure you guys have seen before. You've got the end with the cubes, and you can also remove the I guess it'd be a choke point or just an extension. Either way, it's a pretty slick idea. You can mix and match it, or take the choke out, put the pommel right on it. I don't really like the way that looks, but again, that's all personal preference. I'm trying to think what else to tell you guys other than that it's fantastic. Actually, it does have two retaining screws. There's one here and one here on either side of the claw, basically, which go a long way towards keeping the blade in place. I mean, it wiggles, it moves a little bit, but I know there's got to be some give in there when you're bashing it off of stuff. You don't want it to be completely rigid. The other thing too, the saber is not, it's MHS compatible, sort of. I know some of the other guys have actually done a video where I can't remember the guy's name, and I apologize for that, where he disassembled the saber. The windows here show off this etching pattern, which is a really, really awesome pattern. It's nice little angled cubes. They're black, and they're machined back silver on the inside. That actually works as an entire hilt. There's an entire hilt in there, and this is a shroud. So if you were able to basically disassemble everything, you need to remove the AV switch and your CoverTech wheel. You can actually change the emitter and things on the saber, but it's a lot of work, and I'm not going to do it because I really liked it the way it is. So yeah, I don't really know what else to tell you guys. I mean, it's definitely a Shicho type of saber. That's what it feels like to me. I mean, I know there's like some of the other styles might be okay, but this is very, it lends itself to big overhead swings. It doesn't, how do I put it? It's not something that I could see myself doing any, even like Soresu or Ataru. Like it's not a fast spinning saber. Even like doing like plum flower spins, I keep going back to my my brother's saber because it's lighter and easier to use for it. This guy with one of the 24-inch initiate blades, even as a heavy grade blade, is heavier on the pommel end. So suddenly everything, the weight balance has changed. So the saber, like I said, it's a good hard hitting weapon. If you're looking to practice Shicho and you want that big kind of almost like a claymore or a broadsword type of feel, I think it's perfect for that. I mean, I'm 6'2". I'm almost about 300 pounds. I'm a big guy, and I've got ample hand space, keeping my lead hand on the choke. I've got plenty of room down here to put my hand in any way. I mean, there's grooves here that make it super, super comfortable. There's lots of tactile feedback on all of this. Like I know I'm holding the saber, and everything's machined to a point where it's just sharp enough that you get a good grip, but it's not sharp enough, at least from what I've done yet, to actually cut you or anything. It's just enough that you know it's solidly in place, like you're holding onto the saber. So it's a really, really good job on the machining. It's absolutely fantastic. So Six City Junkie, you guys did a good job out there. I don't really know what else to tell you guys, so I'll just ignite it and let you oogle it for a second. Maybe get a listen. I'll do some of the clashes and stuff too, I suppose. And you hear the swings. Starkiller font is pretty awesome. I'm quite impressed with it. There's a saber lock. I don't know if anybody knows it, but with the new Obsidian soundboard, you can actually change the rate of flicker on your flash on clash. Mine is flashing silver, and mine is flashing faster. I like that effect more. I didn't really like the kind of on and off blinking that you could get with like the slower stuff, like some of the guys who like get the Emerald driver and are still trying to figure it out are kind of showing. That's just me. But the power off and power on with the Starkiller font are just really quick, like just nice and fast. It's on, it's off. I really like that. So overall, I'm really, really impressed with the saber. It's met all of my expectations and surpassed them. Like it's phenomenal. It feels like a lightsaber. It feels, I pick it up and I feel like I'm holding a weapon. I don't feel like I'm holding a toy. I feel like I am holding a weapon, and that's a really, really big thing I find with Ultrasabers, is that some of the hilts are not necessarily very ornate. They're not covered in buttons and screws and all that kind of stuff that I guess maybe look more like a lightsaber. But when I pick this up, I feel like I am holding a weapon. It feels like it was made for combat, for fighting people, and that's what I plan on doing. So, without further ado, I'm Comfy Sauce. This has been my Ultrasaber Scorpion in Dark Violet Amethyst. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I hope you guys pick one up if you're thinking about it, and keep on sabering.